TikTok might be living on borrowed time. New bipartisan legislation introduced by House committee leaders would force the app to divest from its parent company, Chinese-owned ByteDance, or be banned in the U.S.
There are serious security concerns with TikTok.
Lawmakers have tried and failed to pass similar bills previously. ByteDance has long faced national security concerns that it would share U.S. users' data with the Chinese government. TikTok has denied those claims. In a statement, it said this bill is an outright ban, adding that it will trample First Amendment rights.
Congress is at it again, and TikTok seems to be that bone that they just can't let go of.
This is not a joke. They are going to try to ban TikTok.
The app boasts more than 170 million U.S. users, ranging from local business owners and even political campaigns.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding?
Biden.
Banning the app could take away their platform and, for some, a source of income.
It's really become central to the social media landscape. And so if you lose TikTok, then, you lose access to a lot of creators.
The bill, which still has several hurdles to surmount before it becomes law, will face its first committee vote on Thursday. For CBS Mornings, I'm JoLynn Kent. TikTok might be
Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast. Yo, I am your gracious host, Jupiter9. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to my podcast show. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? And hit that notification button, you know what I'm saying? So when your guy puts up another show, you'll be notified. But welcome to the podcast show, guys. We got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The TikTok ban. Now, I'm a fan of TikTok, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy TikTok. It's very, very, at times it can be very educational, TikTok, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like any other social media platform out here. You got your good and you got your bad, you know what I'm saying? And TikTok is one of those platforms that has a little bit more good than bad than, like YouTube, you know what I'm saying? YouTube has changed over the years. I've been a YouTube user since 2008, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube has changed over the years, you know what I mean? A lot of things that are pushed on YouTube, a lot of things that get views on YouTube. The structure of the YouTube today, I don't care for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put out the worst content on YouTube and it would get the most attention. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that content that they put on YouTube should not even be advertised the way YouTube advertised a lot of that content. It's a lot of nonsense that gets advertised on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And, creators like myself and other creators who try to push just, everyday regular content, your stuff won't be seen, not unless you have the financial means to put the money behind your channel. And back in the day, in 2008, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got equal amount of views on YouTube. So, I've been slowly weaving myself off of YouTube, you know what I mean? And using other video platforms, you know what I'm saying, to put my content on. Rumble is a great place to put content on now, and you can catch a lot of my stuff on Rumble too as well. Subscribe to me on Rumble. I'm looking for more platforms to where I can speak my voice and not be penalized for speaking my mind, you know what I'm saying? But TikTok and the ban, I have a big issue with the way, and I'm just speaking for Americans, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak for no other country. I can't speak for other countries that use TikTok, you know what I'm saying? I'm only speaking for Americans, man. And I have a few gripes about how people are reacting to a possible TikTok ban here in America. Now, don't get me wrong. Those G-men, you know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. Those G-men, you know what I'm saying? They don't want people to, spread true information that can be very informative to you and your life and can change your life, they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what TikTok has done for a lot of people. It has spread information and a lot of good information, and but TikTok is starting to become a platform just like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of your stuff is starting to become restricted. You're not allowed to speak your mind anymore really on TikTok like you used to when, early in the game of TikTok. I only been a fan of TikTok for 2 years, 3 years maybe. So I haven't been on TikTok long. Like my wife, she was really big on TikTok, and she used to tell me about TikTok, and I thought it was just like any other platform, pretty much. Just a bunch of nonsense, I don't really I try not to waste my time on these platforms, and when it comes to nonsense, like I truly seek like information from a lot of these platforms and learning things from a lot of these platforms. And you can still do that with YouTube and TikTok. Never been a fan of Instagram. I don't like Facebook, so I really don't deal with Facebook too much. Instagram has become a pain in the butt, you know what I'm saying? Instagram it reminds me a lot of Craigslist, you know what I'm saying? Like you can barely do anything on there without getting banned, and I don't really mess with Instagram. I don't know. I don't like the format of Instagram. I don't like, I just don't like Instagram. Not a fan of it. But over my time of using TikTok, man, I became a little fan of TikTok over the past couple of years. And the information on TikTok, which, like I said, man, you got the good and you got the bad with a lot of these platforms, you know what I mean? And this is where I have a problem with Americans, man. You know what I'm saying? This is where I have the huge problem with Americans standing up for their constitutional rights and freedom of speech and all this good stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, the government wanting to ban TikTok. Now, don't get me wrong, man. A lot of things that the G-men do, I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? I truly don't believe that it's a means to securitize people's information, because each and every day you have these corporations who are being sued left and right, you know what I'm saying, for breach of data. Facebook is one of them. It's been sued I don't know how many times for breach of data. AT&T is another one who's been sued I don't know how many times for breach of data. Verizon, like all these big corporations here in America have been sued or have been caught red-handed with selling people's information. But it's funny to me how TikTok, they have a fear of TikTok, giving out people's information, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of strange to me. Because if that's the case, then how come you're not banning AT&T? How come you're not banning Facebook? You know what I'm saying? All these platforms who have shared people's information, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny to me, you know what I'm saying? But this is where my true issue is at with Americans. You know what I'm saying? Americans want to stand up and fight for the dumbest stuff. Here you have it. Inflation is crazy here. Jobs are not paying you anything to where you can actually live. There's jobs still trying to pay you $9 to $10 an hour. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Your rent is going up ridiculously from $700-$800 to $3,500 a month. But nobody's banding together to try to fix what's going on here in America financially, where people can actually live. People got to work 2-3 jobs just to stay afloat, because inflation is so high, and then your job is only going to pay you $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to equal inflation. And this is my issue with a lot of Americans. you're so quick to stand up for TikTok. When are you going to stand up for yourself? And I mean, I'm not talking about any particular group. I'm not saying about any particular type of people. I'm talking about all Americans. Anybody who's listening to this podcast episode, I'm talking to all Americans that live in the United States of America. When are you going to do something about your situation financially? When are you going to do something about, minimum wage not being enough? Whatever minimum wage is right now. What is it? $11 an hour, $12 an hour. When are you guys going to stand up for something that actually is going to, have any effect? That's going to have an effect on your life and your children's life and your children's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look like idiots right now standing up for some platform, you know what I mean, that don't really benefit us, really, if you truly, really want to think about it. That's not important. TikTok is not important. If they ban TikTok, so what? And how about we come together and, try to change things, in the system that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Where you got, jobs don't want to pay you no more than $15 an hour. Well, and the pay rate right now is a joke. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should at least be making $20 an hour because of inflation. Nothing's equaling up to the cost of living. Your cost of living and making, 25, 30,000 a year is not enough anymore. But here you have it. All these Americans, these idiot Americans, want to stand up and fight for TikTok, a social media app. But you're one paycheck away from being out on the streets and being homeless. You know what I'm saying? This system, all it does is take from everybody, but don't give nothing back. But you guys want to stand up and fight for TikTok? Really? You got police brutality going all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's want to stand up for that collectively. You got all types of kidnappings going on, people missing, all types of stuff, man, going on. Nobody's standing up for that. But you want to stand up for social. And see, this is where the Americans today don't have a clue. Majority of Americans don't have a clue. They really don't. How is it that you can get all these people, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, to stand up for a social media app, but if something happens to somebody by police brutality, and don't matter who it is, you can't get nobody to stand up for that? Or if a corporation is overcharging for a product, you can't get people to stand up for that. People don't boycott corporations anymore. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, people boycotted corporations for doing them dirty. Where is the fight amongst the people today? Where's the fight? I believe my generation, you know what I'm saying, was the last generation to fight for something. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I truly believe that. Like, you know, my generation, the generation before me, we were like the last generation to, like, not take no crap from nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this newer generation, these young people today, all they want to do is fight for social media apps like TikTok. Who cares about TikTok? So what? If they ban TikTok, so what? And you're going to have a gazillion other apps that are going to come up and be just like TikTok. And in a minute, nobody's going to even think about TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get serious here, people. Like, come on now. Like, really, America? Really? That's the most important thing that's going on. You know what I'm saying? When we got people, homelessness is through the roof. People are losing their jobs left and right. People are getting kicked out of their homes. Banks are taking their homes. Like, really? But we're going to fight for TikTok? Like, seriously. And this is the problem I have with most Americans. This is the problem. People have become conditioned to care more about an app than their own lives. So you have all this chaos here in America. Your cost of living is going up ridiculously. Every day is going up. Gas prices are ridiculous. Food prices are ridiculous. Rent is ridiculous. Everything is going up, but you want to fight for a social media app. Who cares about that social media app? I don't care. I don't care about no TikTok. Who cares? Is TikTok really going to change your life? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. We got to get it together, man, Americans. We got to get it together. Because we got our priorities are all just jacked up. You know what I'm saying? TikTok is cool, but at the end of the day, when it comes to TikTok or my family, I'm going to choose my family all day long. That's facts. And, this whole, want to stand up and fight for TikTok. When are we going to collectively stand up for each other? I'll wait for that. Because those days seem to be long gone. The days of boycotting, the days of not taking no mess from no corporation, those days seem to be long gone. And mentally, Americans are lost right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, they want to stand up and fight for an app that don't have nothing to do with them, really. That's whoever the owner of TikTok, the Chinese businessman or whatever who created TikTok, that's his problem. So what? There will be another TikTok right behind that one once TikTok is banned, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the G-men decide to do with TikTok. Who cares? I don't. I really don't. Because I look around and I look what's going on and I see, chaos, man. It's chaos. You got all these immigrants coming in here, which I don't have no hard feelings against immigrants. People wanting to change their life and come to America. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you got these immigrants coming in here, you know what I mean? And the G-men giving them everything, but we got to work 7 days a week. We got to work 2 jobs. But these immigrants come into the country and they're getting room and board and they're getting all this stuff. They're getting health insurance. And you're like, yo, like, come on. But you're worried about TikTok America? I mean, really? Are you serious right now? Really? And I have nothing against, like I said, I have nothing against immigrants wanting to come to America. You know what I'm saying? But it's a right way to do things and it's a wrong way to do things. I just can't go to another country and just set up shop. You know what I mean? Just like these immigrants that's coming into the country right now. I can't do that in another country. They would deport me back to America. Facts. So if I can't do it, what the hell makes immigrants so much special here when they come here in America and trying to, you know what I'm saying? They just debo their way into America and that's not an issue with people. But we care about TikTok. Who cares about TikTok, man? I don't. It's cool and all, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know that technology, with the way technology is going, there will be another TikTok. Who cares, man? Come on, man. America, we got to get it together, man. Seriously, this is getting ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? When are we going to say enough is enough? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a form of them taking away your constitutional rights for freedom of speech, but come on, man. There's way more important things that's going on in America that we need to rectify as a collective group than, coming together, banding together for TikTok. Who cares? I can care less. I don't care if they banned it tomorrow. So what? I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. Because I'm not really wrapped up into this social media stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an Instagram account. You know what I mean? I go on TikTok, yeah, but that's more for educational purposes. You know what I'm saying? I really don't post on TikTok like that. You know what I'm saying? My YouTube I use for business. You know what I mean? And to grow my my podcast. So it's not like I'm wasting time on the internet like most people do. You know what I'm saying? Most people use the internet and these social medias to be entertained. I don't. You know, maybe I'll probably say about 3% of the time. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, I'm doing something constructive on the internet, you know what I mean, and these social medias. I'm currently searching for new social medias to where I can express myself and also have an opportunity to share my content with people where it will be seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? You share your not a slight chance, but it's a great chance your content won't even be seen. You know what I'm saying? YouTube too. Like, you gotta do so much just to get your channel recognized on YouTube. It's just like ridiculous. You gotta post every day for like 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Just to get any type of momentum. And who has time like that, man? Like, really, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? It used to be so much simpler to post on YouTube and get followers and stuff like that, man. But these social media platforms, man, they're getting out of hand, and people are getting too wrapped up in them. These platforms, man, these platforms use people. They use everybody. They make billions and millions off of people, and you get nothing from it. You get nothing from it. The average everyday user gets nothing from these social medias. Somebody who don't want to be a content creator, you know what I'm saying? They should be sharing the profits with everybody, but they don't. In order to get a little bit of a slice of the pie, you got to be a content creator who want to sit there and just post all day long for 5 months straight. Who has time like that? When inflation is through the roof, you don't have time to sit there and create content constantly for 5-6 months. Who has that type of time, man? And see, man, you know, at the end of the day, guys, man, you guys got your priorities all twisted in America. And like I said, I can't speak for no other country, man, because I'm not from those countries, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm American. I can speak for America because I'm here. I was born here. I'm American. You know what I'm saying? I'm American. You know what I mean? And I see what's going on here in America. I see all the problems here in America. And the problem is we're in a system where we don't get nothing from it. Just work. Really? You know what I'm saying? But this has got to stop, people. Get your priorities in check, man. Because your priorities are all wrong. Like, seriously. The hell with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? The hell with TikTok. Who cares? Let them ban it. I don't care. I don't. But that's all I gotta say, man. That just bothered me a lot with all this is going on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The cost of living is going through the roof, man, and people losing their homes and can barely afford food, and it's just like people want to band together for a TikTok. Who cares, man? I don't care. Hell, I don't care what platform they ban. I don't care. Know what I mean? I don't care. Every day you losing your rights every day, man. You getting knocked upside the head by the police. You know what I'm saying? You paying taxes to take damn near half your check, but you want to cry about some TikTok? Like, seriously, man. It don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't care about TikTok like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people got to understand in the younger generation. Like, they too wrapped up into this internet stuff, man. A lot of people too wrapped up in it. Then wasting time getting likes and shares. Like, oh, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's not, truthfully, truth be told, like, yo, if it's not for business, I really don't, I wouldn't be even really be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be somewhere reading books. Like, seriously, man. But I'm trying to grow businesses. I'm trying to grow my podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a true message out here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have a true message out here. Try to make content that really matters to people. You know what I'm saying? People make a lot of BS content, man. I'm trying to make some content that come from a certain place, man. And this is one of them, man. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Who cares about TikTok, man? You know what I'm saying? We got to come together and straighten this stuff out, man. Only us, the people, man. We are the only ones who can straighten this out here in America. Nobody else. You can't look for a savior in the president. I don't care what president you put in office. That's not going to do anything. The president doesn't have any power. It's the people that have the power. And when the people understand they have the power, that's when things are going to change. But until then, if you still want to be wrapped up in TikTok, this is going to continue to go on or get worse, man. But yo, that's my take, man. Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe to my channel, man. You know what I mean? Leave your comments, man. I would like to hear what people got to say about this podcast episode. But yo, that's my take. I'm your greatest host, Jupiter 9, and I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. One.